Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some major news to go over for the Pokemon Presents next Tuesday. Loads of gold and silver hints. We also have some pretty big rumors about the Nintendo Switch 2 as well to cover. There's a lot of stuff to break down and get into today. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, we have a new DLC event that has just been announced for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but it actually has a pretty big gold and silver hint, in my opinion anyway, for the Pokemon Presents. But either way, we have HDvee here tweeting out saying, HDvee update, the next Pokemon Scarlet and Violet mass outbreak event has been announced. Focuses on Voltorb, Fungus, and a mysterious Pokemon, and it runs from the 23rd through to the 27th. So obviously this starts in a couple of days this weekend, and then it ends on the 27th of February, which is Pokemon Day. We are very likely going to get some sort of event on Pokemon Day, whether that be a massive mass outbreak event or a raid event or something like that. I still think it's going to coincide with whatever game is announced on Tuesday. So if we get like a Gen 5 kind of game, then we'll get some sort of Unova mass outbreak for like the starters, or we'll get like a legendary raid for the legends of Gen 5, and it's the same for Johto. We'll get like Chikorita, Totodile, and Cyndaquil outbreaks, and then we'll also get like Ho-Oh and Lugia raids or something like that. But either way, that's the new event outbreak. However, though, I think it's pretty oh, well, as well as that, obviously, this mysterious Pokemon in the end is Hisuian Voltorb. I mean, they didn't do a very good job of cropping it out. Like, his eyebrow is right there. So, yeah, that's the mysterious Pokemon. It's very easy to obviously see that. However, though, what is very, very interesting about this, though, is that, because this has, like, no correlation with absolutely anything. Like, these Pokemon are all completely random. However, though, they are not. They are Pokeball Pokemon. You know, Voltorb is based on a Pokeball. Fungus has the Pokeball pattern on its shroom. And then obviously Hisuian Voltorb is just a Hisuian version of the Pokeball. So they all are kind of, I guess, connected through Pokeballs. And what region is very well known for its Pokeballs? Johto. Of course, with all the Apricorn Balls, you know, you got your Sport Ball, your Friend Ball, your Love Ball, Lure Ball, Dive Ball. Like, all of these were created from Kurt's Apricorn Balls in Johto. Like, Johto is very well known for its Pokeballs. So it's quite interesting that they are doing a Pokeball mass outbreak event on the build-up and on the lead-up to Pokemon Day, which we could be seeing Generation 2 games announced, especially because obviously it's his 25th anniversary. Like, that's the only correlation that I can understand. Like, why are they doing a Pokemon Pokeball event on the lead-up to Pokemon Day? So I think this heavily implies Johto on Tuesday, whether that be a Faithful remake, a Let's Go Johto, a Legend Celebi, whatever. I think that it's quite interesting that this DLC event ties in with Pokeballs, which of course is what Johto is very well known for. So that's the first, like, major hint for Pokemon Gold and Silver, but there is actually one right in front of our eyes as well. So we have Nintendo Life here tweeting out saying it looks like Gold and Silver will feature in the next Pokemon Presents. So this is the article that they posted. So yeah, it looks like Gold and Silver will feature in the next Presents, but in what form? So in case you missed it, the Pokemon Company announced that the next Pokemon Presents showcase will broadcast on the 27th of February 2024. It's not known what will be featured during the presentation, but thanks to a little tip from Nintendo, it looks like Pokemon Gold and Silver will show up in some fashion. This is because a recent short video posted by the Pokemon channel on YouTube contains a description linking the showcase specifically to Gold and Silver. You'll have to check via the mobile YouTube app to see it properly, but it should look something like this. So obviously they released this short, which obviously was just the announcement of the Pokemon Presents, but then when you go to the actual game, it does actually list Pokemon Gold and Silver. Now with these kind of things, you can pick the game yourself, or YouTube just chooses it automatically depending on the content of the video. So Pokemon themselves have either chosen to put Gold and Silver as the game, or YouTube's done it automatically because of what's in the kind of video and stuff like that. So it's like, all in all, a massive hint towards Johto, because Gold and Silver is literally the game that is getting chosen for this Pokemon Presents. They also say the official description reads, tune into the official YouTube channel at 6 AM PST on February the 27th to view exciting Pokemon news in celebration of Pokemon Day 2024. See you there, trainers. then followed by Pokemon Gold and Silver under the Games field with an image of Pokemon Gold's key art and logo. So what could this mean? Well, there are a few likely scenarios. We could be getting the original Pokemon Gold and Silver on the Nintendo Switch Online, though it seems far more likely that the Pokemon Company has another remake in store for us in the style of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. I don't think it's really obvious like that it's going to be Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee style. I don't know where they've got that from. It doesn't mean that at all. Especially because Pokemon themselves have said it's very unlikely we're going to get another Let's Go game. The third possibility is that the games, which are widely regarded to be two of the strongest entries in the franchise, get a mere acknowledgement during the showcase for their upcoming 25th anniversary in Japan. Regardless, we'll find out sure very soon. We got a partner showcase to get through first. And then it also says, update is pointed out, it also entirely possible that the indication of gold and silver in the description could well mean nothing, may have been applied by YouTube itself upon its upload, in which that case, that means we should certainly temper our expectations. But again, I've just spoken about that. So it looks like this kind of added with this does seemingly think that we are going to be getting, or seemingly show that we are going to be getting something to do with Pokemon Gold and Silver on Pokemon Day. Again, I still think it's going to happen anyway. I still think we're going to get 2 Pokemon games. I think we're going to get Gold and Silver for this year's game. And then as well as that, I think early next year we're going to get a Generation 5 game for the 15th anniversary of Black and White. And then that's kind of the build up to the Switch 2. And then it just kind of all sorts itself out. Because as I say, Nintendo doesn't really have anything to kind of drop in the second half of this year. Apart from obviously Pokemon, so they're going to need like a strong kind of performance from Pokemon to keep the Switch going, and so 2 Pokemon games being Gold and Silver and Black and White in some form will obviously be very good. So that's my thoughts on that though. What do you think? Do you think this is a big Gold and Silver hint because of the Pokeballs? And also, do you think this is a big hint as well, or do you think it is just all a massive coincidence? I just don't understand why they'd be doing a Pokeball event if it wasn't for the game that's most known for about Pokeballs and stuff like that. But anyway, that's that. Moving on though, we also have this to go over quickly as well, because this is something else that could get shown in the Pokemon Presents. So this is the actual Pokemon Presents announcement from Pokemon. So this is where they were saying, like, did anybody say Pokemon Presents? It's into our official YouTube channel, yada. The interesting thing though is the music that plays on this video is the red and blue kind of like ending credits music. So, you know, why is that interesting? It was simply because it could finally mean that the ports of Red and Blue are going to be announced during Tuesday's Pokemon Presents. It's not as likely as the Gold and Silver stuff that we've covered already, but it's also quite interesting that they use this music. Like, if they used music for Johto for this, like, video, then without a doubt, I would 100% say, okay, we're definitely getting Johto. But I think that would be too obvious. So, yeah, the fact that they've used the original Red and Blue music, like, hasn't been changed at all. It is literally the ending credits for Pokemon Red and Blue in this video, means that we could be getting GBA ports, and that is something else that would just kind of tie the Nintendo Switch over until the Nintendo Switch 2 drops. If we get like 2 main series Pokemon games and then loads of GBA ports, that would be like a massive, just huge Pokemon sesh that everybody would really like. But anyway, that's my opinion on that. I think that's what we're also going to be getting, so look out for Gold and Silver and GBA ports for the Pokemon Day Presents. This is also something interesting that's dropped about the Pokemon Presents. Like I say, a lot of stuff has dropped over the last night. But we did actually have Pokemon here tweeting out about a co-streaming policy. So we've updated our co-streaming policy. Celebrate this coming Pokemon Day with your community and catch all the exciting news together. So it says Pokemon Day co-streaming policy. So creators who speak any language are welcome to co-stream. Creative input and commentary required for co-streaming of content. Co-streamers must obtain necessary permissions for third-party intellectual property and /or personal information of others. And then guests appearing in your content must also follow co-stream guidelines. Co-streamers must comply with our terms of use, standards of conduct, inclusivity policy, and respective content platform policies. And then Pokemon reserves the right to remove inappropriate or infringing content. So why is this interesting? Well, they've never done this before. They've never dropped a Pokemon Day co-streaming policy. So I think that there's something big that's going to be announced. They've already said, you know, there's some exciting news to reveal for Pokemon Day, or there's something to get excited about, which is obviously probably going to be a new game. But the fact that they've also dropped like a co-streaming policy, like, it's just weird. They've never done this before. You know, they didn't do this for like the 20th anniversary or the 25th anniversary or anything like that. It's just a random year they're doing it. So I think something interesting is definitely going to be dropping for them to kind of post this, because it's just completely out of the blue. Like I say, they never ever do this. So that's that. And then as well as that, we also got some new Pokemon information that dropped as well. Miraidon has now been confirmed for Pokemon Unite. Of course, it had been data mined quite a while ago, and we knew that we were probably going to get the announcement on Pokemon Day for it, but they've actually dropped the announcement now. So Cerebi update, Miraidon has been confirmed to come to Pokemon Unite on February the 27th, 2024. So we'll obviously get some gameplay about it, and they'll shadow drop it on, well, it's not even a shadow drop because we know the date, but yeah, we'll get some gameplay about it. But that is one of the Pokemon Unite characters that is going to be dropping on Pokemon Day. I wouldn't be surprised to see like another one drop as well, but it's just interesting that they're like just dropping all this information like on the build up to Pokemon Day. Like, they've already announced the Pokemon Day presents like a week early, which, you know, they never do. And they're also dropping something like every day for the Pokemon presents. So like yesterday they dropped special illustrations, which is obviously Pokemon Day 7 days away. This was for Pokemon Masters EX, and then obviously they've just dropped the Miraidon one today. So I don't know what they're going to drop tomorrow or the day after, but they're dropping like information every day. So it's really weird, because why wouldn't they just save this all for the Pokemon Presents anyway? I have no idea. But that's obviously very, very interesting. We also have this as well, some anime spoilers, which again is probably also going to get revealed at the Pokemon Day Presents. Not this specifically, but like the Pokemon Horizons anime will probably pop up in some way, shape, or form. So we have Soul Silver right here saying potential anime Pokemon spoilers. Look who might finally be evolving soon. Florigato fans, it's your time. Maybe it'll be teased on Pokemon Day. So yeah, we do have Lyco here with Florigato, meaning that her Sprigatito is actually going to evolve soon. Which is actually very interesting, because I didn't know if it was going to be one of those cases where they just keep Sprigatito, just like Ash did with Pikachu and stuff, but no, it looks like Lyco is going to be evolving it into a Florigato, and then probably Meowscarada as well. So yeah, that's just some Pokemon anime spoilers there. Moving on though, we do have some Nintendo Switch 2 rumors to go over as well. Now, there's been a lot of talk about the Nintendo Switch 2 lately because of it being pushed back potentially until 2025 and everything like that. We were supposed to be getting the announcement for it next month, but that may not be the idea anymore, because with the actual release of the console being delayed, the announcement is probably also going to be delayed as well, and that looks to be the case. So we have Gaming Vault here talking about this, and then a few other people also talking about it as well. But another Switch 2 reveal pushed back to June, another direct planned for April, rumor. So additionally, an Indie World presentation is also scheduled for March, a known leaker has claimed. So recent reports have claimed that Nintendo has delayed the launch of its next-gen console out of 2024 and into Q1 of 2025. We've already spoken about this. Obviously, it's one of our latest videos if you want to like read up on that and stuff. But that seemingly is what's going to be happening, which, if true, would also likely mean that plans for when to announce the console have changed as well. So previous leaks had claimed that the Nintendo Switch 2, or whatever it ends up being called, was supposed to be announced in March, but it now looks like that has been pushed back to June. That's as per content creator PH Brazil, who originally broke the story regarding the Switch 2's delay, and has also claimed that the console will launch with full physical and digital backwards compatibility. So yeah, this person, like, I don't know their track record, I'd never heard of them before, but they like stated this, that it was going to be pushed back until like next year, and then like a ton of like other insiders kind of came out as well and also were like, yeah, I've also heard this. I didn't want to say anything because I wasn't sure, but like the fact that all of these different people have said it means that it's probably true. Again, I don't know if they're all just piggybacking on what this person said, but you know, the fact that the credibility is at stake and stuff like that means that, you know, they probably wouldn't say it unless they are relatively confident with that information. In a message on the Famiboards forums, PH Brazil claimed that the Nintendo Switch 2 is now set to be unveiled sometime in June. Additionally, a leaker claims that Nintendo has another direct presentation planned for April, with a partner showcase having been officially announced, obviously for tomorrow, but I'm recording this before the partner showcase, but it would have been out it would have already been shown by the time this video goes out, as well as an Indie World presentation for some time before that, probably March. As for the direct, known insider Felipe Lima, editor-in-chief of Universal Nintendo, again, known insider, this person has been wrong about a lot of stuff, especially recently as well, so I think their credibility is relatively poor right now. But it said, to his knowledge, it's going to be a general direct rather than a mini, which means we can likely expect larger scale announcements and first-party titles. Nintendo has a couple of first-party releases lined up for the Switch that are due out this year, but don't have release dates in the form of Luigi's Mansion 2 HD and Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Doors remake. If a Direct does happen in April, we might presumably hear about those two and their release dates at the very least. Either way, for now, it's best to take this with a grain of salt, especially given Nintendo's unpredictability. We'll keep an eye out for new details in the meantime, so stay tuned. So, a little bit more information about this. This is the actual post that he did actually post, Brazil PH. So this was posted by Stealth. So according to, this person, the leaker who dropped the information first about Switch 2's move to early 2025 first had more to say. So March, Indie World Direct, April, Nintendo Direct, June, Switch 2 reveal. So this is the actual post. So we had Yalork saying, I'm not excited about the partner direct. I hope Nate, Brazil, or others will know if a Nintendo has a general or mini plan for March or April. And then this is basically what he said. So here's what I've heard post Friday. So direct in April, general or mini, I'm not sure. Indie World before that, probably March. So an Indie World Direct, nothing really to get too excited about, but there are some good indie games that you never know may just get dropped in there. So it's still something that could happen. Probably March, and then a Direct in April being a general or a mini. I'd rather that be an actual general Direct because, like I say, there is information about like Luigi's Mansion and Princess Peach and stuff like that. And then June for the Switch 2 reveal. Everything in flux always, but I'm feeling good, so hey. So yeah, he's saying that the June is going to be the announcement of the Switch 2. I believe the first Indie World Direct of the year will happen soon. I'm not sure about the rest, but everyone was so quick to run with this first leak, which many journalists corroborated. I guess we'll see if this comes to pass. I just hope we get some fun stuff tomorrow, obviously, in the Nintendo Partner Showcase. Again, as I say, I'm recording this before the Partner Showcase, so obviously we'll be watching it, but it's weird because you'll see this after. It doesn't matter anyway. That's taking it way out of what we're actually speaking about here. But yeah, that is the kind of like latest Nintendo Switch 2 news there. It makes sense to push it back. If, the actual console itself is being pushed back. And now, like, a Direct in April as well. That means we'd be getting something, like, every month. So, obviously, we're getting the Partner Showcase today. We'd be getting the February Presents for Pokemon next Tuesday. In March, we're getting an Indie World Direct. And then in April, we're probably going to get a major Direct. And then in June, we're going to get the Switch 2 reveal. So, we're getting something to look forward to, like, every single month. Which I think is a really good way to do it. Because it just keeps people occupied. Especially if Nintendo don't have a lot of things to like kind of show this year, which is why obviously it's all getting shown for the Nintendo Switch 2. So I think in June, I think they'll show some pretty big games with it as well, just to keep people more excited. I think it would hurt the sales like of the Nintendo Switch. Like they're trying to have like the last good year for Nintendo Switch, because as soon as the Switch 2's out, not many people are going to be buying the original Nintendo Switch. So if they announce the Switch 2 like, today, it means that all the possible sales for like March, April, and May and June would be very much less than if they hadn't revealed the Switch 2, because everyone will just save up for the Switch 2. Why would you buy a Nintendo Switch when you could just pay like $100 more and buy the brand new console, a few months later? So I think them kind of keeping it as far away as possible is kind of a good enough reason for them to like make a little bit more money and stuff like that. But anyway, that is going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It does really help out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we covered today. What is your opinion on this Pokeball Outbreak event? Do you think it does link in with Gold and Silver? Do you think this is also some sort of link in with Gold and Silver? What do you think about the music from Red and Blue? What are your thoughts on the co-streaming stuff? Raiden being revealed, the anime stuff, and then also the Switch 2 stuff as well. There's a lot of stuff that, like I say, went over today, so let me know your thoughts on all that. But yeah, if you did enjoy, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. We'll, of course, be streaming the Pokemon Presents next Tuesday, so make sure to subscribe if you want to watch that with us. But yeah, have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.